I love the sound marbles make when they hit each other. It's called clacking. And people are always making clicker games, so I wonder what it would be like if I made a clacker game. The idea for the game is you have marbles and you hit them together to make money, and then you can use that money to get upgrades. By the end of this video, we'll have a super chaotic incremental game. I started by making a new project in Unity. Yes, I'm still using Unity. Boo me in the comments. I added a new object that's a basic circle. It made it so the mouse detects when you're hovering over a marble. So now when you hover over the circle, your mouse turns green. Now we need to be able to pick up and hold the marble, so let's do that. Is holding marble equals true? This should do something, maybe. I don't know. Grabbing the marble made it disappear, and that's because it was actually behind the camera, so all I had to do was just take it and move it forward. Now everything's working nicely. Let's move on to physics and collision. My first idea was to do a top-down angle, but here's why I didn't do that. Our gravity scale 0, so this is gonna have no gravity. I don't know what this is gonna do, but I guess we'll see. Oh gosh. The physics are terrible, but when you clack your marbles together, you actually get points. And this is when I decided to switch to a side scroller because I wanted the marbles to collide off of each other when they hit, and I just really could not get this done. And I wanted to finish this game in one day. But yeah, the closest I got was hitting the marble and it just flew off the screen. So that's when I launched my devious plan to make it a side scroller. And I know what you're thinking, Fairly, you only make side scrollers. And listen, I like side scrollers. They're really fun. Don't be mean to them. So I added a beautiful white floor, gave the marbles gravity, and now we're in a side scroller. Oh my god, and I can just grab the ground and marble layer. So I shouldn't be able to grab the ground anymore, and maybe these guys will be bouncy? They're a little too bouncy. The new slogan for my channel is Game Dev and Stupidity, so you can expect me to do game development stuff, but to also be really stupid. I want to bring a level of stupidity so high that I actually re-edited this video and uploaded it a second time. Hey, shout out to you if you watched the original. Eventually, I got the physics looking good, by the way, so let's move on to art. Art is one of my favorite parts of game development, even though after all of these years, I'm still pretty bad at it. So I drew this circle, which will be our marble, and then realized I didn't have a color palette, so I went to low spec, and I got one based off of Crayola crayons. Now that we have colors, I filled the inside of the marble and gave it some shading, and it doesn't look great, but it's okay. I mean, these look acceptable, right? Alright, I imported the art into the game, slapped it on our little placeholder marble, and it's looking okay. While I work on setting this up, guys, I'm making the first ever clacker game. This is gonna define a new genre. These games are gonna be all over the place, and it all starts here. So when the marbles collide, we want them to bounce off of each other and for it to be chaotic, but they don't do that, so let's fix it. Okay, so now the balls are bouncing nicely, and I love when the balls bounce nice. What? Time for walls, so you can't throw the marble immediately outside the map. Making the walls is actually really interesting. I just took the floor and put it on the left and the right side. Gotcha. Okay, funny guy. So I've now confined the balls to the game screen, so you can't throw them outside the map immediately. Now that we have the fundamentals of the game in, let's work on actually making the game itself. But before we do that, this video was sponsored by this specific camera angle that game developers do. I don't know, I just felt like I'm a game developer, so I gotta do it too. Alright, we need to show how much money we have on screen, so I imported a bunch of stuff and got to work on that. And I also grabbed the font that I use in Jellyfields. Okay, there it is. Now we just need to display... Dude, get this stupid message off of my screen. I hate this message. Okay, we set the text to be the amount of money that we have with a $sign in front of it. And now we can see how much money we have. Having 2 marbles is fine, but we need more chaos, so I started adding upgrades. The first upgrade spawns more marbles, so you can have maximum clackiness. But I thought it would be cool if the marbles actually came from the side of the screen, so I made this little chute so that when you buy a new one, they roll into frame. After that, I locked in and made 2 new upgrades. One increases how much money you get every time the marbles clack, and the other one increases the bounciness, and that one is crazy. I also added a beautiful little sky background, but the game looks pretty placeholder still, so let's fix it. I went on Google and got a wooden platform and then added some lines to it. Yeah, that looks good. That's good enough. We're working in a world of good enough. Look at this. This is awesome. I mean, it's ugly, but like a cool kind of ugly. I did the same thing, but also with the buttons, and don't Please don't call the game ugly in the comments, guys. Please. The next game will look better. And now all the marbles spawn as random colors. And now you can see how much money you're getting every single time the marbles clack. I just realized that we did it wrong though. So I screwed it up and it was actually showing you how many points you had every time they clacked, so I fixed it. Now it's time for audio. I'm working on the game. It's actually turning out quite ugly and I hate the way that it looks. But it is absolutely pouring down rain outside. Just a day in the life of the game developer. So I got to work rolling around some marbles on a table for audio. And then I edited it into smaller clips in Audacity. Oh, that's actually really satisfying. With the rain falling outside beautifully, I felt like I was done with the game, but no, I had to add more chaos. First is an upgrade that periodically pushes all the marbles around. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. When I first made it though, and you tried to get the upgrade, it would just crash the game. I fixed it though, and when you mix the bounciness with them getting randomly pushed around, it gets pretty hectic. The last thing I added is a jelly marble, which adds a ton of chaos because it just bounces around like crazy. I thought this game would take a day to complete, but it wasn't chaotic enough, so I had to add things like the explosions and the jelly, so it ended up actually taking me 3. But you've all been blessed with the first and best clacker game in the entire world, so go to the itch page in the description below, download the game, try it out, let me know what you think, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next devlog. Bye bye.